Yesterday we went to see the Mario movie.
Yeah, we did.
It was pretty good. It's serviceable. It's really like uh thumb neither up nor down. It's right in the middle. It's a serviceable whatever movie. And I think we should honestly grade it based on, is this movie going to be a good babysitter to small children?
Well, what I told you is that what we saw was the Fast and Furious for kids.
Oh yeah, that's actually a really good comparison. So what were some of the connections here? Number one, it's all about family,
All
right?
about the
All
family.
about
Number one. Number two, we had a villain from before that turned into a friend in this one.
Yeah, which I don't think is a spoiler. That shows up in the trailers too, but Bowser is kind of part of the Mario team. He's in the Mario crew for a good portion of the movie. A lot of his character arc is like his son Bowser Jr.
His son, also family. So now, you know, okay, there's lots of comparisons. There's vehicles that crash. It was an action movie for kids.
Yeah, and so in that sense, I think it picks up steam as it goes along, and it ends better than it begins. Like I think it's kind of slow going at the beginning, and there's scenes like how they met Yoshi, which is just sort of weird, and
Yeah, and
then
I don't really understand. Oh, what's the mushroom guy's name?
Toad.
Why he has so much shade for Yoshi? What's up with that?
Well, whether it was him or one of the other like nondescript Toad
It
characters,
was him.
there's someone, one of the Toads, it was him. Early on, says, "So I guess this dinosaur shows up. He's just part of the crew now." And that was kind of what I was. He was echoing what I was thinking in my own mind.
Doesn't that happen in Fast and Furious too, where somebody doesn't want what's his name in the crew
Oh
because
yeah, yeah, you're right. This is honestly, there's more comparisons than I would have thought. But the very, you're right. The very first Fast and the Furious movie is all about, they don't want to accept Brian into the crew, but he's an undercover cop, which is Yoshi not an undercover cop,
well,
as far as I know.
yeah.
The other strange thing about this movie is there's so many celebrity voices, but I don't necessarily know why they need all these celebrities to do the voices, because you can't really, except for Jack Black, you can tell it's Jack Black as Bowser.
Yeah.
And he's pretty funny, he's good, but it is even there, it's strange that he doesn't get a song, because he had a song in the first
Peaches,
movie.
peaches, peaches, peaches.
Which I think he even sang at the Oscars or some
Yeah,
award
something
show.
like that.
Something like that. But Jack Black does pretty good. Everyone else, it's like, if you didn't tell me that that was Chris Pratt doing the voice of Mario, I'd never guess.
Yeah.
There's literally one spot where he's talking to Tiny Bowser near the beginning where I thought, I was just trying to suss it out. Like, I guess that's Chris Pratt. But every other time he's doing, sort of an impression of Mario. So why have Chris Pratt? Why have Anya Taylor-Joy? Why have Brie Larson? Why have Keegan Michael Key? Like all these. Why even have Luis Guzman as King Wart?
Agreed. It
Yeah.
could have been anybody.
So back to the Bowser thing for a bit. Like Jack Black as Bowser, very entertaining, funny. The character himself is not purely evil. Which, if we flash back to the beginnings of Mario as video games in the 80s and early 90s, it took about a decade for Bowser to become not necessarily part of the crew, but they would start working him into, instead of always being a heel, he would sometimes be, in wrestling terms, a babyface when he showed up.
I don't know that term.
Well, it's just like, it's good guy, bad guy.
Okay.
It's like babyface, good guy, heel, bad guy.
Okay.
And like if you play Mario on the NES, he's the bad guy. It's like you got to beat him at the end of the game to save the princess.
Yeah.
And then he shows up in Super Mario Brothers 3 with different kids who are not in this movie. There were 7 different Bowser children, Koopalings, that aren't in this movie. But then they have this other character, Bowser Jr., who is in this movie. But still, point made, Bowser's a bad guy. Super Mario World for the Super Nintendo, Bowser's a bad guy. It would take until the Super Mario RPG for the Super Nintendo, which came out in 95 or 96, where he's part of the party. Like you have to play as Bowser for him to be sort of a good guy.
Okay. I think you're getting in the weeds here.
Yeah, definitely true. But it's, I was leading into the point of like, I think I'm the target demographic for this movie as a man in his 40s.
No, your kids are the demographic. They want you to agree to take them, yes.
Or nephews and nieces,
Yeah,
which we saw with nephews the first movie, right?
yeah,
That's how I'm remembering
yeah,
it. And I think that I might have enjoyed this more if we had taken some children to see it.
yeah,
Like if we had taken some family members, some nephews to see the movie, because to the credit of Mario, he's still a popular character.
right.
Kids still like him. But here's the thing. I don't think they like him as much from the video games. I think they like him from YouTube videos.
Oh, I didn't know that that was a thing.
Yeah, well, I mean, I'm sometimes looking over, these nephews as they're watching YouTube on their iPad,
Yeah.
and they do watch Nintendo content, but I rarely see them play Nintendo games. So I'm seeing them interact with like all the signals, the signs, like the mushroom, the question box, the
Mhm.
coins,
Yeah.
the fire flowers. They're the bullet bills. They're aware of all that.
Yeah. Well, I think that one of the nephews in particular, he used to play the Mario Kart game a
Okay,
lot.
well that counts for something.
Yeah.
But just to put a pin in that, I think that most of what they love video game wise is Roblox. And that's true for we're talking about your side of the family. My side of the family, nephews and nieces over there, have the same thing where they're interested more in Roblox than they are in
Really? Oh,
than
I
they are
didn't
in
know that.
Nintendo proper. So again, this is me saying I think your point is well made that, children still are the target demo, but I think most of the people who have deep rooted uh what we say an obsession with Nintendo
Mhm.
are people millennials.
Well, I think that there was like some nostalgia throwback that they used the actual music
Yeah.
from like Waterworld and the Fire Land and all of that kind of
Mhm.
stuff to kind of keep us entertained and have us get that throwback of like when we loved Mario the most.
Yeah.
But I don't feel like it was made for us.
No, I mean it's still mostly for kids, and I think they're gonna get all the references. I think those play for them too, like all the musical themes and the references to the video games and
Kids,
having
if you like that, you're gonna love Fast and Furious.
yeah, well, I mean, that was the other thing I was going to comment on is like, if this is a movie made for me, then it's shown up 30, 35 years too late. But it's funny because there was 30 years ago, there was a Mario movie, but it was made fun of at the time for going like way
Wait, wasn't that the one with John Leguizamo?
Luigi.
Isn't that his name?
Yeah, John Leguizamo
Yeah,
as
Leguizamo.
Luigi, and they make the joke, which I think again they continued in the continuity now, where they say, "What's your name, Luigi Mario?" Or no, he's what's your name, Mario
Mario
Mario? And
Mario.
he's like, "Well, what's your name, Luigi Luigi?" No, Luigi Mario. We're brothers. Sorry, I completely ruined that. But that's like I haven't seen that movie, the Bob Hoskins, John Leguizamo version of Mario Brothers, since it came out. Like I saw it in the theater as a kid, and it was good enough, but it didn't blow my mind. But I think if this movie that we saw yesterday, the new Mario Galaxy cartoon movie, had come out in its place, it would have blown my mind. Like if I had seen this at 9 or 10 years old, it would have been amazing.
Yeah.
So, trying to think about it from that point of view, like it's not for me, really, it's for me 3 plus decades ago.
Uh-huh. If you want to make it about you. I think it's for different people.
But the confusing thing of, to add even more confusion to that, if I can, uh, that would have been insane because if it came out in 1993, that would have been 2 years before Star Fox as a video game
Uh-huh.
ever came out. So it wouldn't make sense.
Right.
It'd be like, who's this Fox character? Which is another sort of general comment I want to make about the movie is that there's a lot of references and Easter eggs and, the musical themes that are comments and references to things that from the games and from, just Mario lore. But whenever you have a movie that's doing that, that's sort of living or dying based on the quality of the references, I think it puts the movie in a weird spot because then people like me are going to criticize it whenever it's creative or original or not making a reference.
The funny thing about Star Fox is I did not know that that was a video game.
Oh, really?
I thought that they were making fun of Star Lord, Chris Pratt's character, because it's like the same guy.
That's actually a better joke. That's what that's pretty well, I don't think that's what they were doing, but that's pretty clever.
I mean, they're the same guy.
That's an excellent reading of it. So you're it's funny, you're probably better off if you know the Guardians of the Galaxy and you don't know Star Fox for that reason. But the other thing I wanted to say about the references is like, at the end they battle this big purple dragon with wings.
Hmm.
And I don't remember in any Mario game ever battling a big purple dragon with wings. So that's like an example of the movies being original, but someone like me could come in and just stomp all over it. Like I'm stomping on Goombas by commenting like, "Oh, why have this dragon? Why not have like a real enemy from the video game?" But, whatever.
Yeah, it could have been the sun dropping turtles or whatever.
Oh yeah, yeah, the sun drop. What do you mean, like when they drop the spiky things from the clouds?
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah, the Lakatu.
yeah, yeah.
But anyway, I mean, overall, it's if you like Mario at all, it's well, I mean, this is the second animated movie. They sort of done this before, which is the other thing of we're going back to it. There was a trailer for they're now up to the fourth Sonic the Hedgehog movie.
Okay.
And well, I mean, we're not really watching those, but it's like, how many do you really need before it's absolutely diminishing returns?
Is Jim Carrey going to be in that?
I think so.
Really? I thought that he was done.
No, but I don't guess he was in the trailer, but I think he's coming back. But anyway, overall, Mario movie, would you recommend it to anyone over the age of 10?
Sure. I mean, if you want to go to the movies, there's not much right now that would compete against it. I think it's a great choice.
Yeah, unless again you haven't seen Project Hail Mary, probably prioritize that.
Yeah.
And
Hail
then
Mary. For those of you that saw it, you'll get this
Right,
reference. It was great.
And then next week the Michael Jackson movie comes out, and that should be good. But it's let's comment real quick and end it just on our shirts. For mature individuals like ourselves, we're much more interested in things like another John Leguizamo movie, Spawn, or Harley Quinn from Suicide Squad.
Yeah.
We need something just a little more edgy and mature for our post-teenage sensibilities. But, I can't give it a thumbs up or a thumbs down. I just got to say thumbs right in the middle for Mario Galaxy for me. Would you make a firm commitment?
I think it was a little more entertaining than just a meh. So I'd go.
All right, there you go. But, whatever you do, don't just go meh on the video. Smash like all the way. Subscribe to the channel. Or
You'll never see us again.